to show you something, Mike. I want you to describe to the audience, please, what I'm showing you now.
You are showing me a glass jar that was originally filled with Nescafe Original, by the looks of it, but it appears to be empty.
But to me, that is not a glass jar.
What is it then?
Now, I finished this today, okay?
Yeah. That's a lot of coffee.
It's a lot of
I didn't think
coffee.
you drank coffee.
Well, I do occasionally.
Well, occasionally. You've drunk about, 8 bucket loads of it.
No, occasionally. Now, what I would say
50%
is that...
50% free.
50% free? Oh, yeah, 50%. No, it's 50% extra free. Yeah. Now, what I wanted to say to you was this.
Yeah.
I was about to throw this away after washing it out. My mum always said you should never throw a jar or a can away without washing it out first.
Is that what she said, right?
So I washed them out before I threw them away.
Okay.
And as I was about to put it in the bin, my arm my grip wouldn't let go on the bottle.
Okay.
And do you know why?
Why? I had no idea.
I looked at it again and I thought, this is not a jar of coffee.
Right.
This is a work of art. Just look at the beautiful shapes of this jar.
You're mad.
No. Just look at the beautiful shapes.
It's a jar.
It's not a jar. It's a beautifully shaped vessel. And for instance, it is.
It's a jar of coffee.
If I went out into the grounds of Porky Towers and buried this in the back garden.
Yeah, good idea.
No, if I did,
why don't you just chuck it in a neighbour's recycling like you do with all the other bottles?
Would you mind just taking things seriously?
Okay,
please?
go on.
If I buried this in the grounds of Porky Towers, and in 1,000 years' time, this got dug up, like a time capsule, something like that,
right.
people would say, my God, look at the craft and the skill they put into jars in those days.
Absolutely.
They would. I think it's beautiful. Do you know why?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you found something of beauty in your life, because your life needs more beauty, but I don't think this is it, to be honest. It's got a plastic top,
Mike,
right? It's got a great big label on the front, which is not particularly aesthetically pleasing.
Look at the lines. Does that not remind you of the lines of a beautiful sports car? Like, for instance, a Mercedes SL 350, which I looked at today.
Did you? You're not getting one of those.
With a reclining roof.
You can't afford one of those.
With a reclining roof, right. And
you can't afford a Mercedes SL 350.
And it just reminded me, I thought this, I honest to God think this is a beautiful piece of art.
I think you've finally lost the plot.
No.
I think you've gone over the edge.
No.
I don't think how much sleep you've had this week, but you haven't had enough.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to ask somebody to take a picture of this and put it out on Twitter, and I would like the response from the audience, please. And I'm absolutely serious about this. This is not just a jar of coffee.
God.
This is a work of art.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Right.
And
maybe what we could do is we could encourage more people to spot other works of art in their home.
Maybe
they've got similar works of art.
I could not throw this away. I simply couldn't throw it away. I thought, I'm not going to bung that into the rubbish. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Of course it's glass.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's like hard plastic.
It's not. It's glass.
I don't think it is.
It's glass, honestly. It is glass.
You can make a musical instrument out of it.
No, you couldn't.
I don't think it is glass.
I'm going to make something out of that. I've got a
couple of suggestions.
I'm going to find somebody to put a...
Why don't you put flowers in it?
No, a lamp thing in the top and make a lamp of it.
You're going to make a lamp out of a Nescafe coffee jar?
I am.
This is some kind of scheme of yours to try and get free coffee for life out of Nescafe.
No. How
long did it take to drink all that, by the way?
Oh, I've no idea. I don't know.
How long have you had it?
Well, I don't know. How should I know?
This product is security protected. Let's have a look at the sell-by date. 07/2016.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you've obviously drunk this quite quickly.
Well, no, I don't think so. And do you know what? I replaced that with a jar of Nescafe, which
it says on the back, part of the Nescafe plan is to manage all waste in our UK coffee factories, achieving zero waste to landfill. What does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Well, if you bury this is going to be waste in a landfill, isn't it?
No. If I buried it, it would be burying it as a
I'm getting worried about. I'm starting to get worried about you now.
No. Seriously, if I buried it, it would be an antique.
This is not a work of art.
Yeah, I think it is a work of art.
No wonder you don't appreciate my father's paintings. I think that's art.
Well, I tell you what it reminds me of. Don't you remember?
Well, you told me it reminds you of Mercedes.
No, 50 years ago, old what's his name was painting tins of tomato soup, wasn't
it? What's his name?
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol.
Yeah, well, he recognised that as a work of art.
It was more like a silk screen process.
But I reckon I'm going to take pictures of this and put it out.
All right.
And
why don't you do that?
Let the listener make up their mind, and I would appreciate your comments on it, please, because I think you will see some artistic grace and beauty in this, as I do. And you know, the Philistine...
I don't think they will.
I think they will. And the Philistine, who is Mike Graham, is simply just showing, that rough-edged sort of non-appreciative, couldn't care less about culture or art type side of him, which we all know about.
I'm a big fan of art, actually, but I really do have my doubts.
You're only a big fan of the sort of rubbish your father used to produce.
He painted some lovely pictures. In fact, I've got some of them in my own home.
I've got some of them in my own home.
No, you haven't. You've rented them. You've put them in like some kind of hotel print in a place that you rent out to an Egyptian doctor.
What's wrong with Egyptian doctors? Are you being discriminatory?
There's nothing wrong with Egyptian Egyptian doctors, but if you liked the painting, you should have kept it in your own house instead of just having pictures of yourself up like some kind of maniac.
Doctors are one of the people in our society who most deserve our respect. They save others' lives. So don't be.
Well, I hope he's enjoying my father's paintings.
Don't be dismissive about doctors.
Now, I wanted to talk to you about Raheem Sterling, but we've run out of time now because you've been blathering on about this artwork that you think you've discovered in one of the supermarkets, for heaven's sake. Right, Porky's going to put that out, and we shall be the judge of whether you think it looks particularly artistic. But maybe, as I said, you can find similar works of art in your own home, and you can tweet pictures to us, and we'll read out some of the best ones and retweet them out as well. This is TalkSport. We are the two mics. There will be a podcast coming out a little bit later on. We've got loads to do on the show tonight. Steve Nicol, former Liverpool player, coming up next. This is TalkSport Extra Time. We are the two mics, and of course, will be a podcast coming out a little bit later on. We're going to be talking about all manner of things throughout the course of the show this morning. I've got some great tweets and texts coming in just before we talk to Steve Nicol about what's going on over at Liverpool and what on earth is going to happen to Raheem Sterling. I've got one here from a Liverpool fan who says, if Porky buried himself in the backyard of Porky Towers, in 1,000 years' time, if they dig him up, they'd bury him deeper. Which is brilliant. And here's one from Dan in Gloucester who's texted into 81089. He says, Porky, I'm at work in a supermarket right now. Any other jars you want me to put aside for the Porky Towers Art Gallery? Well, how does a glass classic design Heinz tomato ketchup bottle sound? Well, with a ceramic lid, I might add. Yeah, not bad at all. But I tell you what, when I went to get new coffee today, because this ran out, I got a Nescafe one. Yeah. And do you know what? It's the shape of the... What's that tower in London? The walkie-talkie? Yeah, the walkie-talkie. Yeah. It's the shape of the walkie-talkie tower. Yeah. It's amazing. It's inverted down the sides. I thought that too was a beautiful piece of art. A convex effect.
Yes, the convex effect. That's right.
Or is it more concave?
No, it's convex. It goes in, and I tell you, I might keep that as well. You know, I collected all those Red Bull tins for ages because I was going to build a statue out of them. Yeah. Well, unfortunately,
I'd forgotten about the Red Bull statue.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what happens is, and I didn't realise, is I think I made.
The trouble is now, working with you for so long, that doesn't sound weird to me anymore.
No, I think...
You kept all those Red Bull cans because I was going to build a statue out of them.
I was.
Sounds completely normal.
I was. But what happened was, I didn't realise, I think they're made of aluminium. And
or aluminum, as we say in America.
Aluminum, and it degenerates.
No, aluminum.
Aluminum, okay, yeah. And it degenerates, clearly, because they were quite robust when you first get them, and I stored them in a cupboard to sort of protect them from the environment. Yeah. But when I went to pick one up the other day, it sort of crumbled in my hand, so they degenerate very quickly.
Maybe you've just become very strong, like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.